Hey everybody, how are you today? Um, I'm going to talk to you a little bit here. Let's go ahead and get started. My aunt that lived in Rhode Island for many years, um, in 2005, she passed away from breast cancer, and what had happened was, though, how she got it was she was having pain in her shoulder, and she kept going to therapy for it, and it still was killing her, and she went to the doctor, and the doctor told her that it was fibromyalgia, and that was a total lie. And come to find out, after a while, it was well, the doctor she had was a female doctor, and she didn't tell her the truth at all. And as a result, it was not fibromyalgia. And come to find out, it was breast cancer. And so, what had happened was my grandfather got a phone call saying that she had breast cancer, and so he flew up there to Rhode Island and stayed with her for a couple of weeks until she passed away. And on Wednesday, May 18th of 2005, she died, and I couldn't believe it. And I cried for 2 days straight. It was just awful. And she and my grandmother were really, really close. And she died over at the Women's Dana-Farber Hospital in Boston. And it was just a hard thing for me and my grandfather to deal with. I couldn't believe it. And I'll tell you this, back in February of 2016, I posted a picture of her on Facebook that my grandfather has in his bedroom. And when I showed him the post, he liked to get in tears. And I was surprised when I saw him get in tears. But she was a very, very sweet woman to be around. I remember the very, very first time I went up to Rhode Island was back in December of 2004. And I flew up there, and she picked us up at the airport in Atlanta. And no, she didn't pick us up at the airport in Atlanta. We flew to the airport in Rhode Island, excuse me. And she took us to Seacont, Massachusetts, and that's where my uncle lives. And I got to spend some time with her, and I do remember she made a blackberry pie, which was delicious. I loved it. And then after a couple months later, when I got back from Rhode Island, the day I left from Rhode Island, I was almost 11 years old. It was on December 30th. And then a couple months later, my grandpa gets a phone call from my aunt, and from my Aunt Cheryl, and told him that she had breast cancer. And so he flew up there to stay with her. And on Wednesday, May 18th, she passed away. And when I heard about it, I got really, really emotional. I just cried. It was a hard loss for me. Absolutely terrible. I couldn't believe it. And I've lost a whole lot of people in my life. I lost my great-grandfather back in '98 to lung cancer. I lost my great-grandmother in 2001 from ovarian cancer. And I lost my other great-grandmother sometime in 2000 and something. I don't know what day it was, but I don't know what happened to her. Something made her sick. And then I lost my Uncle Harold Youngblood in 2011 from an allergic reaction. And then in 2010, I lost my third cousin, Bill Bass, which is my grandma's third cousin. He was in a gospel quartet, and he sang bass. And then on August 24th of 2016, I lost my best friend, Holland Durbro, to a truck accident. She was killed on impact with a 15-year-old driving, and he kicked the accelerator in Oliver Springs, Tennessee, and ran, and the truck crashed into a rock wall and killed her on impact. Scared me to death. I cried all night long. It was just terrible. Then I lost a good friend from church named Cynthia Allred. She died from leukemia, and that was tough. So if you're able to, please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll be doing more videos to come. Thank you.